Hey guys, I'm Joe. This is the Rebels Advocate. You know, most of my videos are basically just me turning on a camera and trying to repeat something that I thought about while I was in the shower. That's usually how it goes. That's also why I only make a video every couple weeks, because I only make them after I take a shower. That was a joke. But in all seriousness, so this was just something just bouncing around in my head a few days ago in the shower. I wish I could have just recorded it while it was fresh in my head, but I didn't. And I wish that my videos were played like, I wish I could talk on the videos like I do in my head. But I have this problem of where what's in here, it's so coherent and perfectly said, but to try to get it from here out here, I have this problem. I can't really do that, which is, I don't know why, if I have that problem, why I want to make videos like this, but I wish I could, but I can't. You guys would probably like the videos better if I could, but I'll do the best I can. And I can't really, my memory is crap, and so I was thinking about just kind of bringing it back up in my mind, kind of getting my thoughts straight before I come out here and started recording. But then I felt like it wouldn't feel as authentic, so I was hoping I could just start talking and it just come back to me, and maybe not in the same way that I thought it originally, but at least it would be organic and real. So what I was thinking about, of course, revolved around the problem of evil. And I know a lot of times it seems like, I've talked about that a bunch of times. Atheists talk about that a ton, the problem of evil, and is God evil? And a lot of people are like, why are you worried about whether God is evil or not if you don't believe in God? Fair question. But the reason we do isn't because we actually think God is evil. What we think is the character God that is wrote about, the character God that is presented to us in the Bible is evil. The concept of a God, if he existed in today's environment and today's conditions and the things going on around us, in reality, if there is a God and he is as described, he would have to be evil. And what we can't believe and what we can't wrap our head around is that people not only believe in him, but worship him when he has to be evil. And so what brought me down this road, what got me thinking about this was something was brought up about special need children, and I'd read something on Facebook before I ever got in the shower, and I was in the shower, and I started thinking about different things. And first I was thinking about my own daughter, who does have special needs, and she has cerebral palsy, and she has problems eating. She's on a feeding tube. And not that I'm having a pity party for us, because my little girl is very vibrant and happy, and we couldn't be happier, and she's doing great, and she's eating more and more on her own every day, and we're really hoping that one day soon she can get off the feeding tube. We're really hopeful that one day she'll walk, but when she's 2 years old, a lot of that's unknown, and the doctors don't even know for sure. But she's doing really good, and mostly, as far as we can tell, basically doesn't live in pain, other than maybe some acid reflux, which is pretty severe, but is being controlled better with medicine. For the most part, she's pain-free. She's a happy baby. She's loved by everyone. So there's not that many problems. But yet, if I had the power, if there was a way that I could just make it all go away, and I could make her perfectly healthy, and because the thing is I know as happy and vibrant as she is, I know that she's not going to have the easiest road ahead, you know. And I can't help when I look at her, I think about my, you know, elementary school daughter, my daughter when she becomes a teenager, my daughter in her 20s, my daughter in her 30s, and I wonder what obstacles face her then, how well she'll be doing, you know, and I want just the best for her, right? And I hope, because she's a strong little girl, and I hope that she'll face those adversities with, you know, strength, and she'll overcome every one of them, and I believe with all my heart that she will, that she can, and I hope that we help her along the way to do that. And so I'm not too worried about her. You know, I'm not gonna pity her that much. I'm gonna help her overcome all those things. But at the same time, if I could make it easier, if there was a way I could, I would do that. And yet, everyone around me believes in a being that can do that, in a being that could make it all go away. Yet, they say there's a purpose, there's a reason. You know, maybe it's because of the sins of our fathers. You know, it's because of the sins of someone thousands of years ago that my daughter will have to, you know, bear a little extra burden. Well, and you know, and I just can't accept that, and I can't believe that people would believe that and then worship the very person that could make her all better, make her perfectly whole. And that's bad enough. But like I said, my daughter, for all her problems, is pretty vibrant. She's pretty happy. She's, you know, she's probably going to be okay. She's going to have a lot, you know, obstacles, but she's going to be okay. And I believe she's going to have a good life. There's children out there, though, not so lucky. There's children out there that will never have the hope of walking, never, you know, be able to, that not only will they not be able to do the things you'd like them to do, but there are children out there that are in constant pain, in suffering. And I can't, have you ever seen a child suffer? Have you ever watched a child suffer? Have you ever, if you have you ever felt more helpless in your life? If there was anything you could do to better that child's life, if there, you know, if you saw a child crying in pain, suffering, and you had the power within you to make that child smile again, to make that child happy, how could you not do it? How could you not do it and still be a good person? How could you turn away? How could you sit there and watch it and do nothing and then not be evil? They watch this being who is watching over this child, and that being has the ability to take that pain away, take that suffering away at any moment, and does nothing. And this person sitting watching that being doing nothing then turns to me and tries to argue to me how that being is not evil. Not only is not evil, but is the most loving, most compassionate being that we can, like, our minds can't even comprehend how loving and how compassionate he is. That is my problem of evil. It's not that God is evil, because I don't believe in a God. My problem is that you believe in that, and you make excuses for that, and you believe that he is the most loving, compassionate being. You believe that I'm guilty of hell, fire, and brimstone, but this monster is the very definition of love. That's why I have to hold back the cuss words right now. Because I look at you and it makes you look like a monster. It makes you look like the evil one. And I'll be honest, for the most part, I love all the people around me that are Christians, but when I really think about that, it makes me angry. And it makes me wonder, what kind of monsters are these people? What kind of evil people are these people that they could believe in such an evil being and bow down on their knees and worship that piece of garbage that they believe in? Well, here's the thing. The more I thought about that, and the more angry I got, I think I came to a realization. And what I'm going to say, if there's any Christians watching this, they're going to say it's a lie, it's not true. And maybe it's not, but this is just a theory. But I believe in my head that they don't believe in that God. They read the Bible, we know they ignore all the bad parts, they quote all the good. I think somewhere in their mind, they know that this God written about in the Bible isn't real. It just can't be real. And so, if he's imaginary, and if he's all made up, then you might as well make him, you might as well make up everything about him. So, you can make your God in your own image. And you can make him as loving and as compassionate. And then you can just make excuses for why he doesn't do the things that, makes him look evil. You can make excuses for all those things that makes him look horrendous. You can ignore it. You can push it out of your mind. You can simply, mostly, not answer those questions, because that's what most Christians are going to do. And when they do answer, when they do try to tell you why God isn't evil, it is the most crazy word salad you'll ever hear. It's mental gymnastics on a level, gold medal winning mental gymnastics. And you know what, after this video, I'm going to post another video after this one, and I'll give you just one. And it's funny, like, as I was probably not long before I had this thought, I was just scrolling through Facebook and come across a sponsored ad for a page or something, and it had this video on it about the problem of evil and a Christian giving his response to that. And so I'm going to post another video, and I'm going to put that video in there. I'm going to let you hear just one Christian apologist's response to why God is not evil. And I'll let you decide for yourself if that fixes it for you, if that makes you feel better about the God you serve, the God you worship. But I really do believe that I just think that somewhere, subconsciously, maybe without even knowing, they know it's all BS. And so they ignore the Bible. I mean, that's plain to see. It is plain to see that Christians today ignore the Bible. They believe what they want to believe. And so maybe they're not as evil as I think, like as I sometimes feel like they are when I start thinking about this stuff. Maybe they're just people who are scared. They need some kind of answer. They need some kind of comfort. They need to know that somebody loves them. And they need to know that when they die, they're going to go to heaven. They're going to see their family. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And so it makes them feel better to believe all those good things. And if it makes them feel better, they're willing to ignore all the bad. I don't know if that's better or not, but at least it somehow explains how you could bow down and worship something so evil that would sit and watch a child suffer and do nothing. I'm just going to leave it right here. That's all I have to say right now. And just stay tuned. Check out, I'll try to post it. I'll try to post the second video immediately after this video, if you want to go see the Christian's argument of why God isn't evil. And this is one, honestly, I didn't go looking for this. This randomly popped up before I even had the thought for this video, and I was just like, heck, that could come in handy in a future video, and I recorded it. And so I'm going to put that on the next video, and you can see if that settles it for you, if that makes it a-okay for you, makes you feel a little better about God. Maybe God is good. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it with your friends. And if you want to become a patron, you can do so at patreon.com/TheRebelsAdvocate. And a big thanks to our newest patron, Victor Medina. And of course, always our $10 patron, Brandon Shaw. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to all my patrons. Appreciate it so much. See you later.